So we're in Stockholm, Sweden with the all-new Lexus UX. And you can see by the front grille, this is completely new as well, even though it is a spindle grille. Now this car has been designed to take on vehicles like BMW's X2. Now they even benchmarked the Audi A3 and the Mercedes-Benz A-Class because they wanted to give this car some dynamics that made it very easy to drive and very dynamic to drive into a corner. So it's got a much stiffer chassis. But let me show you the rear of this car because it's probably the most distinctive feature of the UX. Well, as you can see, the Lexus UX. Now it's a very interesting light signature here because this is a 100% all the way through LED. Now there's 120 LEDs here, and it actually narrows down to just 3 millimeters in the center, and that is all new. As the car is under here, we have show you how the now it is a compact SUV, of course, so there's, as you can see, this loaded with camera gear in here, and with the rear seats folded dead flat, it's virtually a hatchback situation back here, and decent room. And if I move these items here, I can pull this up. There's quite a bit of room under the floor as well. As I said, not substantial, but reasonable. Now I want to show you the interior of this car because they've spent a lot of time making this car a driver-centric vehicle. So let me show you that too. Right, now Australia will get two powertrains. This vehicle here, which is the UX 250H for hybrid. So it's a 2-litre, 4-cylinder with a hybrid motor. So motors in the rear diff case driving the rear wheels as well as the front wheels for all-wheel drive. We'll also get a 2-litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder vehicle UX in Australia, and that will have about 126 kilowatts, whereas this vehicle, the hybrid 250 hybrid, will get 131 kilowatts and about 180 newton meters. So interior wise, I said this was probably one of the most interesting aspects other than the rear of the car, because it's all designed and it curves dramatically into the driver. Australian vehicles will get a 10.3 inch infotainment screen up here. The driver gets, in this particular vehicle, an 8-inch driver display, and it is similar to the LFA, so it's inspired by LFA and the new LS500 Lexus flagship. All the materials feel quality. The seats have a genuinely soft leather. Everything is soft touch. There are very few hard plastics in this vehicle, and those that are look quite good and nice to the feel. So we've got new materials up here, which is called sort of washi, they call it, which is sort of designed off some very nice Japanese paper, and it's quite a nice feel to it as well. And of course you've got an analog clock. But let's get on the road shortly, and we'll talk about how this vehicle actually drives, especially this hybrid vehicle. Alright guys, so we are in the new Lexus UX, and this is the 250 hybrid H. So the 250H for hybrid, that's a 2-litre 4-cylinder hybridized motor with motors in the rear diff case to give us all-wheel drive when we need it. So at the moment we'll just now we are in the default comfort mode, and this has 131 kilowatts. Never mind the GPS lady, she'll continue to give us directions. And we have 131 kilowatts and 180 newton meters. Now that is fine because this vehicle only weighs anywhere from 1460 kilos through to 1540 or thereabouts. And we've already driven the 2-litre 4-cylinder non-hybrid, the UX 200, and I probably wouldn't buy that vehicle because it's quite noisy when you give it some beans, whereas this vehicle is eminently quieter, and that's exactly why I'd buy this vehicle. It's also got very good throttle response for a hybrid, and of course we don't have turbos in these naturally aspirated motors in the UX. We just have naturally aspirated vehicle, and if I give it the beans now, it's pretty good. Australia will see the UX in showrooms end of year 2018, and naturally we'll review the vehicle in local conditions when we get it through our garage. But until then, read the review below.